Alright guys, woudl Russell here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the first 4 episodes of the Mae Young Classic, all 16 round of 32 matches. Got it, I thought it was round of 16, no, it's round of 32 matches, where we find out our final 16. Oh my god, I binge watched this as soon as it was on the network, and look at this, when I went into the Mae Young Classic, frankly, I wasn't that excited. Like, there's some good workers: Tony Storm, Kairi Sane, Candice LeRae. There's some good workers in there. Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, obviously. Sarah Logan, Crazy Mary Dobson. You've got Tessa Blanchard. There's another one. That's another really good one. I can't remember. But yeah, there's some really good workers. But frankly, when you look at the field, Marty Bell, and then just a bunch of no names: Rhea Ripley, Miranda Salinas, like, just a bunch of no-names. So I wasn't really looking forward to it, and now I've watched the first 4 episodes, it seems apparent to me that there's like only 3 proper winners of this tournament, and I'll get to them at the end. But I suppose we should start, because I want to get off these 16 matches, these 4 hours of wrestling, in as short a time as possible. I want to do it in 30 minutes. I have a big glass of Coke, because I knew I'd need it. It's full of ice, because it is boiling in Grimsby, and it's boiling in my room, and I'm here with a black shirt on because I'm an idiot. Anyway, the first match of episode 1 was Kaylee Ray as she took on Princess Suhei. This was fine. I can't remember what star rating I gave this. What did I give it? Oh, okay. I gave it 2.5 stars. This was fine. Kaylee Ray's a good worker. Princess Suhei, to me, looked quite sloppy, actually. And in the end, Princess Suhei won. But I'll talk about a couple of the moves that happened. Kaylee Ray hit this really cool backslide face plant where she had the gory. It was a gory bomb. It was just a gory bomb. Now I think about it. She hit a gory bomb for a near fall. That wasn't the finish. Princess Suhei. I'm gonna have to get used to that, because Christ, Princess Suhei. She hit an Americana. Nothing really happened. And then Kaylee Ray, after she hit that gory bomb, she went for a swanton bomb. She missed. Princess Suhei locked in a really sloppy Fujiwara armbar, and that was enough for Kaylee Ray to tap. So Kaylee Ray is already eliminated. I know my friend Darcy's going to be pissed. She was way better than Princess Suhei in this matchup. Princess Suhei was, to me, really sloppy. I gave the match 2.5 stars. It wasn't really much. But I guess, here's the thing. So a lot of these matches, I'll just say, they're not that much. But first rounds in tournaments never really are that much. I think the Cruiserweight Classic spoiled us, because there were some pretty good matches, like Ibushi and Maluta, and Sabre and Tyson Dukes, and Mustafa Ali and Dorado. So I think that tournament kind of spoiled us. But yeah, this match wasn't really that much. In the end, Princess Suhei wins with the Fujiwara armbar. 2.5 stars to kick off the Mae Young Classic. Second match on the first show was the returning Serena Deeb, now with actual hair, as she took on Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne advanced to this tournament by winning a match on NXT to get in the tournament. Vanessa Bourne is still a project. She's got some good confidence, but she's not particularly great. Serena Deeb hit a gut buster and went for a spear at one point. Vanessa Bourne got out of the way. Serena went into the corner and sold her shoulder. Vanessa Bourne hit her with a backbreaker, then a Samoan drop. Both got 2 counts. Then Serena Deeb, out of nowhere, hit a spear. 1, 2, 3. Serena Deeb advances. 2.25 stars. This told a decent story, so I'll give it. That's why I've given it a quarter, 2.25 stars as opposed to 2. But nothing again really here. Serena Deeb, though, it's good to see that she got the win. She was easily the pick to win in this matchup as opposed to the opener. Third match on the show, and we had Shayna Baszler against Zayda. This match went 2 minutes, but it was like the best match so far of the tournament. Shayna Baszler and Zayda had a really great MMA match, because it was different. There was loads of different submission holds. There was rear naked chokes. Zayda went for a guillotine and armbar. There was some great segments where Zayda was on the floor just trying to trap Shayna Baszler, who is of course the Queen of Spades, a member of the 4 Horsewomen of UFC. But of course, it's kind of a newcomer to wrestling, but she gets it already, I'm not going to lie. Shayna Baszler, kept kind of blocking Zayda's offense, and then Zayda got a big guillotine choke in, and Shayna Baszler, in probably the finish of the first round, she did a suplex into the rear naked neck choke, Zayda taps immediately. This went 2 minutes, so I can't rate it. But this was like the best match so far. I'll just give it 3 stars. Good stuff. Well booked. Baszler needs to be booked dominantly, and from this I can tell Baszler is going very far in this tournament. She's probably one of my picks to actually go all the way in this tournament. So good stuff. 3 stars. I'm just going to give it 3 stars. Good stuff. Then we had the main event of the first episode, and it was Jazzy Garberd against Abby Laith. Abby Laith, I thought, had no chance. No chance whatsoever. I thought Jazzy Garberd from Germany against Abby Laith from, I believe, America. I thought she was going to wipe the floor with her, and she pretty much did. She destroyed her for most of the matchup. She hit her with several big power moves, but eventually Abby Laith did come back. She hit some pump kicks. She hit a drop kick into the corner. She then got a senton for a 2 count, which was really, really cool because we'd seen a senton missed earlier in the show. Garberd then just killed her with this great lariat, which was ferocious and intense, and it worked. But then she picked her up for a power bomb. Abby Laith countered that into an alligator roll, paying homage to the late great Mae Young. 1, 2, 3. Abby Laith with the upset of the first round, I'd say, beating Jazzy Garberd. Jazzy Garberd, to me, I'm fine with Abby Laith going through because she was a great babyface in Peril. This was a pretty good little matchup. I'd give it 3.25 stars. Best match so far. Really good psychology with Jazzy Garberd just killing Abby Laith all match, and Abby Laith getting some great spots to come back. And the finish was smart, and it played into the fact that this is the Mae Young Classic. So 3.25 stars. Very smart. We always have the handshakes before the matches. After the matchup, Jazzy Garberd hugged Abby Laith and basically just said, "Well done." Like, that was cool. That was really, really cool. That paid off the story of the match. So, 3.25 stars. Kudos. That was the end of the first episode of the Mae Young Classic. 3.25 stars, that main event. So, the first episode of the Mae Young Classic, I thought was pretty good. I thought Baszler was built excellently by beating Zayda in 2 minutes. But it was like a competitive 2 minutes, so Zayda didn't look bad. I thought Jazzy Garberd and Abby Laith had a pretty good little main event. Kaylee Ray going out in the opener to Princess Suhei was the only real negative for me. I think Kaylee Ray's good, and I don't think she should have gone out in the open. I don't think she should have gone out this early. Simple as. Princess Suhei, I think because she's the only one representing Mexico, and we've also got a Scottish representative in Piper Niven, I think that's why they probably eliminated Kaylee Ray. And then, of course, the second match, Vanessa Bourne easily should have gone out. Serena Deeb needs to have a couple of matches in this tournament, in my opinion, to pay respects to her, because, she never really had a fair run in the company. I know she had alcohol problems and stuff like that, and they do the interviews before every matchup where they talk about, the people and what their styles are, and a lot of them don't show a lot of personality, but Serena Deeb did. She talked about personal problems, and I like that, so kudos. One thing I also want to mention before I start episode 2 is the fact that the commentary in this tournament, I think, actually kind of sucks. It's JR and Lita, so you think it's pretty good, but I think it's really poor. And I might be in the minority, but JR sounds like he's reading off a script. Every line he says, there's no emotion, no intensity, near falls aren't really called correctly. It's like he's just not even looking at the match and he's just reading off a script. Lita, her reactions are so late. The only match these two really got into, was the last match of the whole first round. The Tessa Blanchard-Kyrie match, which I'll, of course, get to later. Which the crowd also got into. And the other problem, the problems so far with the first episode after it finished that I noticed, commentary wasn't great, and crowd. The crowd were kind of into the main event. They were into Abby Laith winning. They were into Shayna Baszler. But outside of that, not into a lot. They kind of liked Serena Deeb. They liked a couple of the baby faces on some of the other shows, which I'll get to. But yeah, the crowd weren't great. And I think that's because with the Cruiserweight Classic, you had guys that people knew. You had Kota Ibushi, you had Zack Sabre Jr., you had TJ Perkins, you had guys from TNA like TJ Perkins, you had Rich Swann, you had guys in NXT that we'd seen, Ciampa, Gargano, and you had a load of different people that everybody knew. In this tournament, you have 15 people that I don't even know. And I'm a pretty hardcore wrestling fan, so to not know them, it kind of hurts my reputation. But anyway, let's move on to episode 2. The first episode that I thought was pretty good. It was fine. Episode 2 kicked off with Mercedes Martinez against Xia Li. This match went about 3 minutes and 20. This match was booked pretty well. Xia Li, I think, looked very good for 3 minutes. Some solid, stiff kicks. But in the end, the vet won. Mercedes Martinez advances. Well done. They put the right person over. Mercedes Martinez won with a Dragon Sleeper. 2 stars, but this was booked fine. Nothing was particularly bad. Well done, ladies. You had a fine little matchup. It was booked correctly, and both of you looked good, so well done. Then, I believe, the next match on the show was Marty Bell and Rachel Evers. And I took loads of notes for this match because this match sucked ass. This match was diabolical. This match sucked. Rachel Evers, I actually thought had a little bit of potential. I thought she could be good. You know, she's the son of a Hall of Famer. She's the daughter of a Hall of Famer, sorry. So I thought, you know, she might be pretty good. Marty Bell, I know, sucks. She's just a bad wrestler. And, yeah, this match was crap. There was moves. That's all I'm going to say. There was no structure to this matchup. They did moves. Marty hit an underhook suplex. Evers hit a slingshot leg drop. Marty hit a low blockbuster. Marty hit a snapmare driver. Rachel rolled her up for the win. That was it. This went 7 minutes, and it was crap. I'm going to give this 1 star because it was rubbish. Not very good. The worst match of the tournament, I'll tell you now. Then we had Rhea Ripley against Miranda Salinas. Miranda Salinas has got a great arse. I'm not even going to hide it, because they didn't. She's sassy, they say, and she shows her arse. And I was like, wow, yeah. Yep, Rhea Ripley's tall and Australian, and good. These women have no personality. These 2 women have, like, no personality. Miranda Salinas has sass, they say. She showed no sass in this match. This matchup with these 2 women was fine. I think I gave it 2.5 stars, which is probably too much. I'm going to say 2.25. And I'll stay with 2.5. Ripley hit a hesitation dropkick in the corner. Selena's got a 2 count off a cradle. And then Ripley won with a high kick and a full Nelson slam, which at least works as a finish because she's tall. That's probably why I've given it 2.5 stars. Good finish. But yeah, these 2 women have no personality. Not any. So Rhea Ripley with no personality advances. And we've already seen Kaylee Ray go, and Xia Li go, actually. I'd take Xia Li and Zayda over Rhea Ripley, because she's tall and she looks a lot like Carmella, and that's why they like her, so great. Main event of episode 2 was Sarah Logan, formerly known as Crazy Mary Dobson, and Mia Yim. I know both of these women. It's Crazy Mary Dobson against Jade from TNA. This was the best match of the show, of the series so far. This was great. Mia Yim is awesome. Jade, is awesome. Her pre-match interview where she talked about domestic abuse was touching, actually. Oh, so good. And these 2 women had a hell of a little matchup. Logan hit a low drop kick. Yim killed her with some awesome kicks, some of the best kicks in the tournament outside of maybe Zayda's or Kyrie's. Logan got some shotgun knees and then hit a great top rope fisherman suplex for a good near fall. Mia hit a series of kicks and then a Pele, which was actually earlier on in the matchup. But then Mia, out of nowhere, hit the Eat Defeat near the end for the win. 1, 2, 3. Mia Yim advances to the next round. I can't remember who she's facing. I can't remember who a lot of these women are facing. I may check at the end of the video to see who they're all facing. But, yeah, I should be able to do it really, really quickly. But, yeah, pretty good little match here. 3.5 stars it gave this. This is worth checking out, and it's a good way to end episode 2. So, episode 2 had a crap match on it. I'm not going to... I know I'm going quick. I've got to go quick. Episode 2, I'll slow it down a little. Episode 2 had a fine opener with the right person going over. It then had a really poor match with Rachel Evers and Marty Bell. But out of the 2, Evers was slightly better, so yay. Sarah Logan and Mia Yim was obviously very, very good. And Rhea Ripley and Miranda Salinas just exposed this tournament. Exposed this tournament a little bit for me. It just showed me that a lot of these women haven't got personality, which, when we get to episode 3 in the first match, is a total contrast. Episode 3, the first match was Ayesha Raymond, Mrs. Personality, and I'm joking, she got no personality, against Toni Storm, who has nothing but personality. Now, this match wasn't great. In the end, I gave it 2 stars. Toni Storm won with a cradle, but this matchup was, like, great for Toni Storm. She showed so much personality with just with the handshake, saying, I want to shake your hand, please let me do it, with a determination and a drive. And she was against a much more aggressive foe in Aisha Raymond, but she still showed no personality. But Toni Storm stood out here. The match wasn't great, I gave it 2 stars, but she did stand out. So kudos to Toni Storm. She's got a great look. She's a great looking girl. She's got an accent on her. She's got great aggression. She's got a great style. So I think she can go very far. She's one of my 3 picks to go on and win the tournament. As I said with Baszler earlier, she's one of my 3 picks to win the tournament. So good, Toni Storm. Right woman went through, 2 stars. Toni won with a cradle. The second match on the show was Dakota Kai against Kavita Devi. Kavita Devi is like Carly, just a girl. She, to me, was very boring. She threw Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai came out and was like great, and I think the crowd did like quite a lot. So good. But Kavita Devi, horrid name by the way, just bored this match and really killed it. And she did military press slams and she threw her around, and it's pretty much all that happened. I'm not gonna lie. In the end, the right person won. Dakota Kai won. She hit a haluva kick and then a double foot stomp off the top for the 1-2-3. Good finish. I think I gave the match 2.5 stars, which is actually way too much. I gave it 2 3/4 actually, but I'll give it 2.5 because the finish was actually good and the right person went over. So kudos to them for that one. Then we had the third match on this show, which was Sage Beckett and Bianca Belair. I thought this match was pretty good. You had 2 different styles, 2 different women. Bianca Belair is obviously the kind of the foxy lady, like that's what I'm gonna say. She looks about 17 years old. She's 28. I checked because I was watching this with my mother, and she was like, "God, she looks young, doesn't she?" And I checked how old she is. I was like, she's 28. Needed that. But yeah, so I like Bianca Belair and I like Sage Beckett. Sage Beckett has got some training. She's from Team 3D's Academy, so kudos. And yeah, I thought this was okay, actually. I didn't actually give this a rating. Belair did a leg drop to the back. She then hit a running frog splash, which was cool. Beckett got a bubble bomb, which was a nice little callback. But in the end, Belair with a slap out of nowhere, I believe. Oh no, Beckett went for a second rope splash. She missed it. Belair gave her a big slap and then hit her with a really cool, impactful spear, which from a small girl like Belair is hard to do. So kudos to her for a believable spear. 2 3/4 stars I'm going to give this. It was decent. I thought both women did well. I thought it told a decent story. So kudos to both women for the match. Then we had the main event of episode 3, Piper Niven and Santana Garrett. Again, I think the main events get better. I thought Piper Niven and Santana Garrett had a really, really good match here. Piper Niven, I wasn't particularly high on before this tournament. This match here has made her really, really good in my eyes. Santana and Piper worked a style that I didn't really like because I'd seen it too many times. Dakota Kai and Kavita Devi worked a small strength match. The match before this was Beckett and Blair. That was a small strength match. This match here was the same match. And we've already seen that with Jazzy Garbett and Abby Lath. So I've seen this match 4 times, but this was the best version by a mile. These 2 women had a really, really good matchup. Piper hit running cross bodies that just killed poor Santana Garrett. One of them got a fantastic near fall. Piper then hit a Rainmaker, which is a short arm clothesline if you're not familiar with Kazuchika Okada. Santana Garrett hit a slingshot DDT for a cool near fall. She then hit Eat Defeat, which was a finish earlier on in the show, so it's weird. Well, not in the show, but in the series, so it was kind of weird, I thought. Another running splash by Niven. They then started to tease that Garrett was going to do the Stratosphere. Niven blocked it, which I thought was smart. Santana Garrett finally got it for a fantastic near fall, and the crowd were very much into this matchup. One of the matches on the shows they were really into. Santana got a super kick straight away, and she then went for the handspring moonsault, but Piper Niven moved. She then hit a senton to the back of Santana Garrett, picked her up, hit a Michinoku driver, 1, 2, 3, Piper Niven advances to the next round. 3 3/4 stars. This was very, very good from these 2 women. Santana Garrett, I would have preferred to go through. I thought she was excellent in this matchup, but Piper Niven, to me, really as someone I went into this matchup not liking, Touche, she really did show me that she's got some proper skills. So, I just said proper skills. So yeah, kudos to Piper Niven and Santana Garrett, the best match of the tournament so far. And that was episode 3. I'm going to say again, the crowd got into the main event. Episode 3, the crowd got into the main event. The commentary on the show was still pretty crap. I liked Bianca Belair and Sage Beckett. What else was there? I thought Dakota Kai and Kavita Devi was pretty boring, but I kind of liked the finish. And Aisha, Raymond, and Toni Storm got Toni Storm over in a big way, so kudos to that. Probably the best episode so far. Then we had the 4th episode, the last episode I will be reviewing for you, sadly. And the opener was Candice LeRae, the wife of Mr. Wrestling Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, against Renee Michelle. If you combine these people's names, you get Candice Michelle, a legend in the WWE. Candice hit a missile dropkick. Hangman's face busted by Michelle, which was cool because Axel hasn't done that in ages. A neckbreaker from LeRae. Michelle missed a moonsault and got caught with Shining Wizard, which was cool for a near fall. And then finally, LeRae hit the neckbreaker off the top rope, the spin-out neckbreaker, the Wizard of Oz, the shake, wrestle, and roll neckbreaker off the top rope, which she is calling Miss LeRae's Wild Ride. Horrid name for a finish, but whatever. This match was actually pretty decent. I'm going to give this 2 3/4 stars. Good finish. LeRae is one of the vets in the tournament. She'll get another round in, I imagine, and then they'll put maybe a Baszler over her. I think Baszler's on that side, so I imagine Baszler's going to go very far in this tournament. I can see her maybe making the final. Is Tony on that side? I believe Tony isn't on that side. She's on the opposite side, so no. Yeah, I can see LeRae doing well in this tournament. She'll definitely get past the next round. Second match on the show, Lacey Evans, the former Marine, against Tainara Conti. I thought this was, again, pretty decent. These women had totally different. You had a judo style, Tainara Conti, which I did like. The judo throws, etc. were really, really good. Smooth. Remember, this is a woman who apparently tried out for the Olympic team, for the Brazil Olympic team, which is good. That's proper legitimacy. Lacey then hits some lariats and this like weird thing where she like... Remember when Charlotte gets in the ring, she does the flip back thing and stands up? Lacey basically did that and did an elbow drop, which was kind of cool. And then Lacey won with the Dude Buster, which, great finish. I don't see a lot of people do the Dude Buster outside of Rocky and Trent, where they use Strong Zero. But yeah, cool, good finish. 2.5 stars. Well, I'm going to go 2 3/4 actually, because I like the finish. So, yeah, 2 3/4 stars. Well done, women. Third match on the show, we had Reina Gonzalez against Nicole Savoy. Reina Gonzalez, to me, she was a Texan. That was a gimmick. She had a Stetson. She had chaps on. Chaps over tights, which I thought was really silly. Yeah. Yeah, not great. No personality, really. Nicole Savoy was the queen of suplexes, yet she didn't hit a single suplex in this match, which I thought was weird. I thought the gimmick would be she'd finish with a suplex and then hit her submission. But no, Nicole Savoy got beat for 4 minutes, and then she just locked in an armbar out of nowhere. And outside of that, the only 2 things I've mentioned are Reina hits a sidewalk slam and she did the Billy Coates curse. And that was it, yeah. Great. It's 2 stars. Just, yes, finish was a bit silly. I thought that they probably should have done a suplex or at least teased one, which they didn't. So, wacky, but yeah, whatever. 2 stars. And then we had the main event, the last match in the first round of the tournament. I'm going to, while I'm talking about this, I'm going to try and get up the brackets for you. Mae Young Classic brackets. So the last matchup of the... I should have them up, or I should have had them up, sorry. I do apologise. Mae Young Classic brackets. The last matchup of the first round of the tournament was Kairi Sane as she took on... Wait. Oh no, where is it? Bracket. No. I do apologise for this, guys. There you are, my own brackets revealed. So I do apologise, guys, for that. I am now finally going to talk about the main event. Kairi Sane or Kairi Sane. I think Kairi Sane would be a better name. I'm a opponent, I didn't know it. Against Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard understands that her ass is one of her best assets. Kudos to her. It is wonderful. I'm a man. That's what happens. This was the best match of the tournament by a mile. These 2 women just went to war. I should probably actually get up my notes for this matchup because I did take a lot because I was really enjoying this matchup. So these two women just went to war. They shook hands, obviously. There was a test of strength early until Kairi hit a low blockbuster, which was so fast. Kairi is the best woman in this tournament by leaps and bounds. She's so quick. She's so agile. Then Tessa hit a stiff lariat and a regal cutter, which was very, very cool. The lariat was fantastic as well. Codebreaker out of the corner from Tessa for a near fall, which was cool. Tessa takes control with strikes until Kairi cuts her off with a spear, which it was a fantastic spear. But again, I've seen two matches end with spears, so I did find that very weird. Kairi hits a great sliding D into the corner, which was fantastic. Then Tessa moved and Kairi got stuck in the ropes. Tessa hit her with a big drop kick to the back, which was very nice. And then an elbow to the lower spine, which was very, very cool. Then it two big clotheslines and a black suplex for a near fall. She then, which was great, she went up top because she didn't know what else to do. She teased the hammerlock DDT at points, but she couldn't get it. She went up top. She hit a big cannonball senton, kind of like the Tozawa senton, for a great near fall. But she didn't get all of it, which was the best call Jim Ross did throughout all 4 shows. He didn't do a lot of great calls. Tessa then countered a sliding B into a sliding. They then countered moves into pinning combinations, which the best one was Tessa countering a sliding D into a crucifix. Very, very good stuff there. Kairi then nailed her with a kick, hit her with the Alabama Slam, and then hit the greatest elbow drop on the planet for the 1-2-3. Kairi has the best entrance. She is the best. She's got the most charisma, personality. She's the best worker. She's 28 years old. She's the woman that should win this tournament. I've got 3 women which need to win this tournament. It's either Kairi, and she's my pick to win this tournament by leaps and bounds. Shayna, who I think will get to the final maybe with Kairi. And I haven't seen the spoilers. I'm not even lying. I haven't seen the spoilers. I have no idea who gets to the final. Or Tony. And Tony is, I believe, on Kairi's side. So if they meet, the winner of that, I think, will win the tournament. Toni Storm is young. They like her. She's a good-looking girl. They're going to like her personality. Kairi, they're going to love her personality because it's like Nakamura. It's outgoing. Shayna, she's got the Brock Lesnar sort of intimidation factor. She beats people quickly. So I think they're the 3 women to watch in this tournament. And I gave the main event 4 stars. Great match. Really, really, really good pro wrestling. And that is the first 4 episodes of the Mae Young Classic. So I will firstly just give you my thoughts. Again, I'm just going to... 2 things. Commentary to me was pretty crap. JR just didn't have a lot of emotion in his lines. And later, her reactions were very delayed. The crowd weren't into all the matches. They were into the Kairi and Tessa match, which probably made it a better match than it was. They were into the Piper Santana match. They were into the Jazzy Gaybird Abby Lath match. The matches with Baszler they liked. The match with Candice they liked because they were screaming Candice wrestling. And they liked the other main event, which was Mia Yim and Sarah Logan. So they liked all the main events. They liked some of the performers, but they didn't get into like the performers that nobody knew. And I knew that had happened. There were a few matches in the Cruiserweight Classic where the crowd didn't react to. The Ho Ho Loon match, Arya Daivari match comes to mind. The Noam Dar Ho Ho Loon match also comes to mind. But there was a lot more here. The Lacey Evans match here, they reacted to a little bit. But anyway, overall, I thought the main events were all pretty good. I thought that the Santana Piper Niven match was really, really good. The Kairi Tessa Blanchard match was great. So if you want to watch if you're watching my review, you're going to watch the Mae Young Classic. There's no point in even skipping it because it's easy to watch. I will say it's easy to watch and laugh at how bad Rachel Evers and Marty Bell are. Yeah. But what annoys me again when I think about it is Tessa Blanchard is out. Kaylee Ray is out. Sarah Logan is out. Santana Garrett is out. Rachel Evers is still in this tournament. That really annoys me. I think that they picked most of the right winners. Princess Suhei should have never beat. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a big Kaylee Ray mark, because I'm not. She's good. She's not great. But she was 100 times better than Princess Suhei. But anyway, that is my review. I'm just going to tell you what I think to the upcoming matches that we have. Sorry about that, guys. I really should have had it up. Okay, so in the next round... Oh, God. Oh, I can't even zoom in on it. Sorry, I'm so sorry about this, guys. I'm going to get it up. I'm going to get it up. I'm going to get it up. I'm just going to... Updated brackets. There you go. Updated brackets. I do apologise for this, guys. I do want to say a couple of things. I haven't kept up with Pop Vinyl pickups. I'm so sorry. I've got so many more to talk about, and I'll probably do that when I get back to Lincoln. I'm going to show you my Agent 47 kit when I wear it for my brother's, what do you call it? My brother's housewarming. I'm going to show you that. I'm so sorry that this is taking so long, but... There you go. Right, okay, got it. So these should be the brackets. Okay, so I don't need the winners, I need what's going to happen. Okay, sorry, so in the next round, we have Princess Suhei against Serena Deeb. I imagine Serena Deeb will win. Baszler against Piper Niven. I imagine Baszler will win, although not as quick. Mia Yim against Mercedes Martinez. Mia Yim, I'm thinking. Rhea Ripley, Abby Lath. They like Rhea Ripley, so probably Rhea Ripley. Two women are very similar, actually. Toni Storm against Dakota Kai. Easily Toni. Candice LeRae, Rachel Evers. Please, for God, Candice LeRae. Bianca Blair and Lacey Evans. Probably Bianca Blair. I kind of liked her. And Nicole Savoy and Kyrie, which would probably be the best match of that whole round. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to a lot of those matches. But what you've got to remember is in tournaments, usually the first matches aren't great. It's always the later matches, especially, I mean, you think about the Cruiserweight Classic, the finals, the semi-finals, the quarters were all excellent. So I've got to keep my head up. I'm optimistic that Kyrie and Shayna Baszler and Toni Storm and Candice LeRae can have excellent matches in the next round. And I am still very hopeful about this tournament, although I'm not particularly blown off my feet yet. Thanks for watching, guys. This has probably been quite a long review. I do have to apologise for all the stalling I've had to do looking for the brackets. Thanks for watching. This has been Rolverslot. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Tell me your thoughts. What have you thought to the Mae Young Classic so far if you've watched it? Are you going to watch it if you've watched my review? Which was your favourite matchup? Who do you think is going to win? Obviously, as I've said, Kyrie, Toni, and Shayna Baszler. And how maybe even Candice... Or, you know, maybe they could do an upset and have, like, an Abby Lath or a Lacey Evans. Or, I don't even know else. Maybe Mia Yim win it. You know, I'm not 100% sure that Kyrie's going to win it. But to me, she's just the one. I couldn't see anyone else winning it. She's great. She's so great. Maybe even Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai was fine. Who was your favourite performer so far? As I've said, Kairi Sane. I keep saying Kairi Sane, but it's because it sounds better. And I'm used to saying Leroy Sane, who was a Manchester City player. What was your favourite matchup, as I've already said? Who's your favourite performer? What do you think to the commentary? Do you think I'm being harsh on a couple of matches? Do you think I'm being harsh on the commentary? And on... The presentation of it was great again, but I don't know, the commentary was just a bit sloppy, and I felt like the commentary and the crowd just didn't really help this tournament so far. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Revolver Rosselot.